most of us have probably gone through a really crushing breakup that got us right to the core. Or you may have liked someone who didn't like you back the same way and they just liked you as friends, which is even more soul crushing, which then brings you to want to murder everybody. But before you go on a murderous rampage, I have a few tips that'll get you through the pain. Now, the first thing about love and breakups is that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel your feelings. Don't try to hide them or push them away. It's okay to kind of have a couple days where you just kind of don't feel good about yourself, because that's human nature. That's what we're gonna do. And you don't wanna hide how you feel. So here's something you can do in the process, and that is have a little menage a trois with Ben and Jerry. Find your favorite ice cream, gelato, whatever it is, just a nice little dessert, and just like eat it. Eat the entire thing. And don't guilt yourself. Don't feel bad. Having a little bit of time where you just eat a lot of food at once, not gonna kill you. Well, at least it shouldn't. I mean, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not going through a breakup, but I kind of wish I was, just so I can finish this tub off with very little guilt. Now, this solution isn't going to take away the sadness completely, but at least it can bring you a little bit of joy in this moment where you feel very down about yourself. And if that doesn't work, well, they also have Oreos. And the cookie butter kind that just came out, hell yeah, hell yeah. You know what, even, I'm gonna fucking, I don't care. I don't care about my waistline right now. I bet. Oh, I bet they're gonna be good. I bet they're gonna be good. Oh geez, all right. That's good. That's good. Now, you don't want to waste your time with the sadness for too long. Maybe 2 days. Maybe spend a weekend, wallow in your filth, and, you know, eat ice cream and plenty of Oreos until you start feeling a little bit better. But don't stay in this cycle for too long. This is just a temporary state. You're just going through the sadness very briefly. So next, you need to go and figure out something to distract yourself. Whether it be art, whether it be maybe writing a song about your breakup like Taylor Swift, whatever it may be, go and figure out what your hobby is or something and do it. Distract yourself. Take yourself away from it. Maybe Netflix. I watch Netflix all the time when I feel a little bit down, and it gets me right back up, especially if you find something that makes you laugh. I know it's been told and told again, but laughing really does make you a little bit happier. So even if you're distracting yourself just for a moment, do it. Do it until you get over it. And once you're done distracting yourself, have someone distract you for you. And what I mean by that is basically go out with friends. Go and have fun. Go and do something, whether it be shopping, going dancing, go and have a good night out, whatever it might be, go out and do it. But there's one rule. One rule that you must tell them before you go out. And that is, you cannot bring up your ex at all. And the reason why I say this is because all your friends are probably going to try to make you feel better by telling them, oh, you deserve better anyways, or he wasn't the right way, what a sleazeball, she's a slut, she's a whore, whatever they're going to say. You already know these things, whether it be true or not. You've already gone through this process of calling her or him names. So the whole thing now is basically to forgive and forget. You don't want to think about them. You don't want to bring them up. You don't want it to ruin your night. You don't want it to come over you and you're having a good time. So the rule is, do not talk about your ex or the person that you had a crush on. And to be honest, it helps you all out, because then it prevents you from going into a sad tizzy and then them having to have to pick up all the pieces afterwards. Because trust me, if you go out and then you get real sad, it gonna be a mess. Gonna be a mess. And you've already been a mess. And it gets worse. Now, the next tip is probably going to be the hardest one yet. And that is, don't hold a grudge. And I know, this is coming from me, the king of grudges, but I'm just gonna say, sometimes you have to let things go. It might take you a little bit, but after a while, maybe a few weeks, you start trying to think about things in a new light. Don't hold the grudge anymore, and don't think about it anymore. Try to get them as far away from your life as possible and not worry about it. Now, you might run into them, and that's okay. You know what you do? You just ignore them and walk away. Or be the bigger man, smile, nod, wave, say how are you, and then keep going on with your life. Because honestly, the more you hold on to a grudge, the worse it's gonna get. And the more you get angry about somebody who's not in your life anymore, the more that they have control over you even after they aren't a part of it anymore. So do not take that burden of holding a grudge. I know it's hard, but find a way to get over it. Like, maybe just think about, you know what? We weren't meant to be, and that's okay. And then finally, after however long it may take, hopefully it won't take very long, get back in the dating scene. Just get back out there. You know, you've had your fill of ice cream, you've worked out a little bit to get rid of the ice cream fat, like I'm gonna have to do. Get yourself a new outfit, put on makeup, whatever you need to do to make yourself feel confident and beautiful again. And just get out there and go date. If someone comes up to you who's nice and sweet and seems like a perfect person for you, why not try it? And hell, they may end up being your next breakup, and that's okay too, because they aren't the one for you. And if that's the case, that's okay. You're gonna go through this process one more time, and then you'll eventually find the #1 person that is meant to be with you, your soulmate, your love, the love of your life. Whether you believe in that or not, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter to this point. But get out there, and don't worry about it. And to be honest, just have fun. If you don't find anyone for a while, that's okay. Because you know what? At least you're trying and you've gotten it all out of your system. And guess what? You're over your breakup or crush or whatever is bringing you down. Chalk this whole thing up to a learning device. You learn from this experience and now you can move on and you now know what you do not want in your life. Well, I hope this video helps some of you guys go through a crushing relationship, breakup, whatever it is that you need to get over. Because honestly, we'll all go through it at some point in our lives. Whether it be an actual breakup or just a crush that didn't go the way you wanted it. It's gonna happen. It's part of life. And to be honest, it's the thing that you're gonna want to do. Because the more that you experience in life, the more you realize what you truly want and what you don't want. And then that's how you find the perfect person for you. You find what you don't like and you go for someone who doesn't do those things. And that's basically it. And don't forget, I have all my social media down in the description below. You can stalk me on all of those. It's just a click away. And I'll see you next time, my little heartbreakers.